Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Jake Ellenbogen channel, and we are doing another film breakdown. We're going to try not to do 2 hours this time, and we're just going to break down the entire game. We're going to go through, obviously can't go too in depth, otherwise this would be a 4-hour show, but I do want to do this breakdown and have some fun with it. So here we go. We started off first and 10. Rams took the ball first. Nasimba Webster ran out the 20, so here's a first and 10 play for you. Now, you'll see here John Wolford's under center. We have Gerald Everett moving in motion here, and you're going to see move back out, and he is going to hand it off to Cam Akers. Now, Akers was a huge part of this game, very, very vital to this game, and I can't stress that enough. When I watched this game, Akers, to me, he's the key to the Rams getting to the Super Bowl. It goes past the defense. If you have a guy that can run the football the way he did in this game, you will find success. So he gets about 4 there. We have 2nd and 6 here. Wolford under center. Killing that play. Moving Cup and Everett to the other side. And he's just going to hand it off. Again, I like that they went 2 straight runs. There's Cam Akers, 3rd and manageable now. After that one. So the next play here, we're going to have a 3rd and 1 at the 37-yard line. First drive of the game. Wolford's under center. Moves Woods in motion. You just see a lot of motion from, there's killing that play. You see a lot of motion from Sean McVay. And there's another run, and you just got to love the way Akers puts his head down, gets that first down. He knows where it is. And he's just so great at finishing runs. You'll see it here again. There's him killing the play. And, I don't know for sure if it happened, but it looked like Wolford might have checked out of every throw on that drive. 1st and 10 here. They put Wolford in the empty set after running the ball with some success to start off. Wolford in the empty set here. And what we're going to see here is pretty much... we have 5 wide. We have solid protection. What can Wolford do here? Well, you're going to see right here, number 50, the linebacker. He is going to be in somewhat of a backpedal here. So Wolford could run a little bit if he wants to. But he's waiting for these routes to progress. And as this goes on, nobody is open, as you can see. And he makes a nice throw, which unfortunately is somehow incomplete to Cooper Kupp. Let's watch it again here. This is good protection. You see winning, and then they have the double team on Dunlap. And that needs to be caught. Maybe a better thrown ball by Wolford, and that's caught. But 2nd and 10 here, ball on the 39-yard line. We're keeping Wolford where he's comfortable in the empty set. Now you can see... we have single high safety here. Maybe he tests down the field. He's calling can. He's killing the play. We have 3 guys out here, 1 guy here, and 1 guy over here. So again, they're going 5 wide, empty set. Wolford runs to the right. He's going to throw the screen to no avail. There's nothing doing there. Okay, so we have 3rd and 9, ball on the 40. And Wolford here is going to take it in the gun. And you can see... looked like he was about to blitz there, but he comes back out, has to respect that with Malcolm Brown. And Wolford takes a hit. Now watch this again. They put Malcolm Brown in on 3rd downs, taking Cam Akers out of the game. My question for Sean McVay when looking at this film, why did you stop running the football? You had success. Make them stop you. They're a great run defending team, and if you already have success, make them stop you before you go to the pass like that, especially if you're not going to use what you basically started to build a foundation for play action. So you see here, thought Whitworth was really good in this game. Dunlap gets a hold of Wolford there, and it's incomplete, and we're punting. So now, not going to really focus on special teams here. We're going to go to the defense here, and defense was really fun to watch in this game. So we have 1st and 10, ball on the 20, Seahawks ball, we're taking over. You see a 3-man front, see a little bit of it's a little different look, right? I mean, here's the thing. They want to play zone, and they want to have Jalen Ramsey shadow the number one receiver. And they're going to have 3 men up front. You do see right here Leonard Floyd. He is off the edge, but you don't see anybody over here because you have extra DBs in. Looks to me like, you have Fuller as the single high. You have John Johnson over here, Jalen, Ramsey, Troy Hill, Darius Williams, and then Troy Reader. And right there, it looks like Kenny Young. So Kenny Young is telling him he sees it. This is a toss play to Chris Carson. You're going to see, I think they do a nice job bottling that play up. 2nd and 8 here. You're going to see the defense. Now, they switched their personnel, so instead of having a 3-man front and Leonard Floyd on that side, they move him over to this side. Easier look now, not as convoluted. And so they run some jet motion there, and they're going to take what the defense gives them, and they don't give them much. It's a good play by the Rams, and it's a good play call. All right, so 3rd, and it looked like it said 8, but it went away. Now, if you notice, we have Obinna Okoronkwo. He comes in. He's coming out of the sprinter stance. See all the DBs in there. And they're going to get some motion here. And just nothing happening there. See, here's the thing. The Rams defense is becoming really hard to game plan against because, quite frankly, they're so disciplined in their zone coverage. But they can also play man. And when it comes down to it, I mean, they're so physical running downhill, very fast to the ball. It's hard to throw on this team. And it's hard, especially when this pass rush gets to you. But the problem is, it's like teams want to get the ball out fast to avoid the pass rush. But if you get out too fast, you don't allow any of the routes to develop. So it's something to keep in mind. So now we have Wolford is back under center. 2 receivers wide here. Cam Akers back in the game. Motion there. And I love this run. Cam Akers does a nice job. There's not really anything there. All of a sudden, he squirts through for about 8. So we're going to have a 2nd and manageable here for the Rams. 2nd and 1 to be exact. There's another motion. And they calm it down a little bit. They bring Everett back. Can. Taken out of that play. We're going in the gun here. Wolford saw something he liked clearly. And now here he is in the gun. And now we're going to see here, nothing really here. He could take his check down here. But I think he's got Woods. And look at this. He's looking all around, trying to make a play. I love that he's surveying the field. Sees that there's nothing, decides to just take the loss there. So, we move on. It's 3rd and 1. You would have liked to see him get the first down, but there wasn't much doing there. Shotgun here. And you're going to have these guys bunched up. It's a read option, and they get the first down. And, Cam Akers really just doesn't want to go down on this play. It gets brought down over there. So, moving on. First down for the Rams. Wolford under center. Play action fake. Now, this is nice. This set up play action. The way they were running, this is some great blocking double team by the receivers. And what you're going to see here is this. All right, so right here, the receiver, it looks like Josh Reynolds. You might be able to get him. It's unsure what he's going to do, but the way he's breaking looks like he's going to come out here and probably be open here. But Kupp is the guy you have to go to in this situation. Look at how there's everybody around him. This is zone coverage. This is how you beat zone coverage. Watch this. You got to throw that immediately. And he does. And that is the throw for Wolford to make. Watch this again. This is a great play by John Wolford. Play action. Looks. Did you see him? Looked over there. And then he fires. This is the correct throw. And it's done at the correct time. No hesitation whatsoever. I mean, enough. You got to at least see what you have deep down there. You might have a bigger play. He does. Realizes he's going to go with the safer option. And that was a pretty nice option. So now they're around midfield here. Fake. But here's the thing. Now, I watched the Seattle Seahawks Week 16 film, and so did you if you watched my breakdown. They ran this a lot, this fake toss, rollout, kind of a bootleg. And Seattle really doesn't fall for it in Week 16. They're not going to fall for it now, especially with a mobile quarterback like Wolford. And this has to be thrown a little bit better. Wolford can make this throw. This is thrown a tad behind Woods, actually pretty far behind Woods. And it's uncharacteristic to what Wolford brings to the table. He's actually been really great with his ball placement since given an opportunity. And you'll see it again here. See, this is just a nice job by Dunlap to look at how much he closes there. But he's got to hit that throw because he has KJ Wright beat. So 2nd and 10 here, ball at the 48. And this, I believe this is the dreaded hit here. We're going to go empty set. I believe this is the quarterback. Nope, this isn't it. This is a beautiful throw. And this throw is very similar to the throw Jared Goff threw on this side over here on this sideline to Robert Woods in the 2017 wildcard game against Atlanta. So here we go. Wolford, 3-step drop. He goes. And this is just thrown perfect. Look at that, how perfectly that is thrown. If that is thrown any bit of a drop off here, this could be tipped and picked, or this could just be picked. And look at this. Just beautiful. Only where Kupp can get it. Just a great throw by Wolford. Sideline throw. That's not easy. 1st and 10 now. Rams are driving. Look good here on the 35-yard line. Now we're in the pistol formation. Haven't seen that with Wolford. And they're going to hand it off. And I liked this call. This is aggressive call here to go in the pistol formation. And, you have Cam Akers, the way he's running the football. I like it. So it's 2nd and 3. You get 7 on that. 28-yard line. Can. I don't like the play. Kupp says, come on, get over here, Everett. And now we're going to stretch, run it. And this is just a beautiful job. Cam Akers following his blockers, falling forward. You got to love when they can fall forward like that. Checking out of a play again. Might have been a pass. We won't know. But this is, again, great stretch run here. This is great blocking. Got to love that. So moving on. We have it here, 1st and 10, and we're going to have empty set again in the red zone. And this is the play. This is the dreaded quarterback, the built-in quarterback run. And you're going to see it here. And it's going to draw a flag, but when they realize how much pain he's in, they decide to pick it up. Mind-boggling to me. See it again. He's down. Doesn't even look like much in that, that time frame, but it goes in slow motion. You can really see it. 2nd and 8 now, so we no longer have Wolford the rest of the game. Really big. It's a really unfortunate thing for a guy that gets an opportunity to play in his first ever playoff game, his second ever start, and then he gets taken out like the way Adams took him out. Just really hated that. You have to hate it for him. And who knows when he's going to start again, because, the way Goff played in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams stick with Jared Goff. But 2nd and 8 now. Jared Goff's going to come in the game. And keep in mind, he's got pins in his thumb. He's got a mangled thumb. We're going to see him at the 18-yard line. And the Rams here, they're going to motion Woods. And we'll see. Right off the bat, you can tell Seattle, the difference between when Wolford was playing and Goff is playing, Seattle's just assuming they're going to run the football. They don't respect Jared Goff's arm, which is what they do. And all of a sudden, it's not a bad run, but look at the way. See, they're pretty sure that they're going to run this ball. There's no way they're going to throw at Jared Goff. They didn't even want him in the game. And Seattle knows. I mean, Wolford was named the starter in this one. 3rd and 5 at the 15-yard line. Goff is in the gun by himself. Can. We're killing that play. Bring me back over here is Malcolm Brown. Get that protection. And it's a good idea by Goff because they're going to send the house here. Well, not the house, but they're going to send a blitz. It actually doesn't really do anything because right here you could have done something. Maybe scoring might be a little bit of a stretch, but Malcolm Brown is about to get open here, and Goff isn't even going to see him because he's focused over here. And then by the time he gets over, it's too late. He takes the sack. I actually like the sack by Goff. Take the sack, hold on to the ball. you're in field goal range. It's an easy field goal for Mr. Money Matt Gay, who hits it cleanly for 3 points. You just want to make sure that you're going to keep your 3 points, and that's what the Rams do. They'll cash in 3-0 on the road. They'll take it over the Seattle Seahawks. Now they'll kick it away, and we're back with Russell Wilson and company. And this offense, as I've mentioned on all different platforms on numerous occasions, this offense is not the bread and butter anymore for the Seattle Seahawks. It's the defense. As I'm recording this, they just fired Brian Schottenheimer, their offensive coordinator, so that should tell you everything you need to know. So Russell Wilson comes out under center. You have a 3-man front here. Pretty similar to what we had earlier, but instead of having a dime backer here, an extra corner, you're going to have Samson Ebukam here. He's going to move up on the receiver. And this play, you'll see it still goes for some yards. I don't love it, personally. I mean, Samson Ebukam, I don't think does a good job of setting the edge here. It's not bad, but I'd really like to see him contain him more. See, I feel like Leonard Floyd probably tackles him, but of course there is a penalty on that, so it's 1st and 20. They come out in the gun, you see now, and this is going to be a false start, so it's going to be 1st and 25. Seattle was extremely undisciplined in this game, and that's one of my biggest takeaways for sure. Russell Wilson comes out in the empty set. What you see here, well, they're getting pressure. Russell Wilson has to get rid of the ball quickly. Who's available? I mean, really, maybe you have this guy, but you have to throw it to his back shoulder. Well, Wilson's going to fire it, and it's not going to go anywhere. So, watch this again. This defense is changing everything. They're changing the game. Watch again here. Wilson. And he doesn't even get a throw off. It is Aaron Donald who sacks him. 2nd and 34 now. Near the end of the first, and they're in their own territory. Wilson is in the gun. We have more of a wide set formation here, not straight up 3-man front. And Carson's going to get some yards, but it's so many yards he needs that I think the Rams are just, they're trying to get the safety here. That's what they're playing for. And so, yeah, that's how, we'll see that. 3rd and 20 here, the ball in the 15. We're going to see it, we're about 2 minutes left in the first quarter. We're coming out with more of a wide set. We have, looks like it's Justin Hollins here. You have Floyd, you have Donald, and you have Fox. So not as much beef on the defensive line, and you'll see it here. Actually, that was Okoronkwo, and they still get to him. And this is what has been so impressive to me. Even if it's Donald out or in, they're getting contributions from guys like Fox and, guys like Okoronkwo. I mean, I thought this was Okoronkwo's best game in a while. That's a good... See, he doesn't get the sack there. That is a good rep by Okoronkwo to power through 2 defenders there, or 2 blockers. Because that right there, that was a little bit of a hold. So we'll let that go. And we're back. Jared Goff is under center. We'll see how he does this time around. 1st and 10, ball on the 41-yard line. Pretty good field position because of the defense. Not really a great punt, but hard to punt, when you're punting in your own territory. Goff's going to play action fake this, boot it out, and you have to imagine he has 2 options here. He can go with the easy few yards for Akers, maybe hope he makes a man miss here, or he can go with this route. And we'll see what he does. And he waits way too long to go to Tyler Higbee. We'll see it again. And here's the thing. Jared Goff, I'm going to critique him, but I also am going to let you know with the context, I know Jared Goff and his thumb aren't well. So Jared Goff, regular Jared Goff, can make this throw any day. But Jared Goff with 4 fingers, that's a little different. And you can see it sails over him. That's an easy throw that he hits when he's healthy. Now 2nd and 10, ball on the 41-yard line, and you're seeing Goff, he's just battling in this one. Obviously, he wanted to play, but he's not fully healthy, and not really sure what Reynolds was doing there. It looked like he was trying to block somebody. You'll see it again. Now, I feel like Akers is, in this play, he's reading to see if there's going to be a block put on Wagner. And if Reynolds puts this block on Wagner, Akers might take the read here where, that would be vacated and try to run through LJ Collier here. May not, and I don't think he's going to get arm tackled. So that's the option there. So he's reading his blocks here, and he sees basically a total whiff. Like, what on earth is Josh Reynolds doing? That is basically why he even has to hesitate. And so you see it doesn't go anywhere. And Bobby Wagner gets the tackle. This is why blocking in Sean McVay's scheme is so important. You have to be able to block if you want to play wide receiver for Sean McVay. So now we have here Goff. You see Cooper Kupp, he's making a pretty big hard cut there, a break there. You might have Higbee here. I mean, you easily have Higbee here. But Goff appears to be going deep down the field. We'll see it again. And it gets batted away. Now, could Goff have released that a little quicker? Probably. Look, this ball needs to be out now. And he just waits a little bit too long, and perfect tip there. It's 4th and 10. They're going to punt it away. And you can see already, this is an old school Seahawks-Rams rivalry matchup. Like, there's not a true winner and loser at this point in time. Russell Wilson's in the gun here. DK is in motion. We've seen DK Metcalf get a little pissed off on the sidelines during the broadcast, but look at this throw. This is an incredible throw by Russell Wilson, but an incredible catch by Tyler Lockett. We're going to see here in the gun, and Russell Wilson's just going to float this thing over the top. And I don't want to say this is bad coverage, but Darius Williams, if he gets his head around, might be able to jump this route and pick it off. And he doesn't do that, and so Lockett, being the incredible receiver he is able to catch it, stay in bounds. 1st and 10, Seattle's driving. We're going to have a handoff here. Carson, I love the cut. He's going to get about 5. They're at midfield. Now next here, Wilson's under center. Another man in motion. It's Lockett. Now, you notice how they didn't give it to him there. And they might have actually been able to get something if Lockett made a man miss. There was only one guy out here. And here's the problem with Brian Schottenheimer's offense. They never do that. So when the Rams run those jet motions, they work because the Rams have shown you in the past that they will give it off to a Josh Reynolds, a Robert Woods, a Cooper Kupp, even the tight ends. The Seahawks never do it, so no defenses have to respect it. They don't believe, if you're not ever going to, take a shot down the field, if you're never going to make that throw, then no one is going to cover deep downfield because they know you won't do it. It's kind of the same thing here. So what we're seeing is, watch this closing speed from Leonard Floyd. He is playing his best football of his career. Watch this. Just incredible. They get to the quarterback there. Morgan Fox got there as well, but that's a Floyd sack, his second of this game. One of 2 in this game. I don't know if he had a second sack yet, but I just love it. I love it. I absolutely love that play. Now it's 3rd and 7, and all of a sudden, because this is on Schottenheimer for not keeping the defense honest and actually running the end around. You can't just run this jet motion and respect it if you're not going to do it. So we have here a little bit of it's a 3-man formation here. We have, it looks like Floyd, and then I can't make out who that is. Looks like maybe Hollins. And we're going to see right now motions out. And Russell Wilson now, it's a little bit of a 5-step drop here. He's getting some pressure. He steps up, but he's pressured, and he throws right to Metcalf. And Metcalf is furious. This is when he went on the sideline and blew his lid. So we'll watch it again. And you understand your star receiver is going to want to get the ball. They want to make plays, but what is that going to do? So newly fired OC, Brian Schottenheimer, had a lot to do with this offense's collapse as the season went on. He just isn't a creative play caller, and we've known this since his days with the St. Louis Rams. So it's not a shock, but I definitely did notice that. So now Goff here, at the 4-yard line, around 5, hands it off. Akers, not really going to get anything there, so we move on to the next play. They put Goff in the shotgun here in 2nd and long, and what you'll see right now, you have a 4-man front. There's the jet motion, Goff. And this is a scary decision here. Goff didn't turn the ball over in this game, but why are you even attempting that throw? Watch this again. It's a bigger set here. You know, we got two tight ends. One of them goes out. Actually, both of them go out. And you'll see here, Goff is rolling out, but look at this guy's already there. Like, this ball needs to be thrown away. And throwing across your body is really hard to do when you've already run over here, and he's going to try to make this throw over here. And it's just not, you're not going to benefit much even if he catches that. You're probably worse off, so just not really a good throw. You'd like to see Goff throw it out of bounds. But moving on, 3rd and 8, ball on the 7-yard line. Seattle's done a nice job so far. Goff is empty set in the gun. You see right here, they're loading up. It's all loaded. And there, you might see some guys, they might drop back in coverage. We'll see on this play. But it's pretty simple. They don't buy that Jared Goff can beat them over here. So watch here. We had this guy come back. This guy's going to stay here. But as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-man rush. Goff steps up. And he's going to throw. I like that he tested the defense. And it is a overthrown ball, but at this point, this drive's pretty much over. See what you have in the arm strength. Clearly, he's got it. You know, that ball was thrown to the 50-yard line. Not a bad throw. Obviously taking the shot. As long as you don't turn the ball over, things are going to be fine. And that's exactly what Goff did. He didn't turn the ball over. So we're going to move on to the Rams' defensive stand here. And this is an important one here in the second quarter. We have Russell Wilson after a really bad Johnny Hecker punt. Russell Wilson's going to hand it off, and Carson gets about 9, maybe the first down. So a nice run there. It's going to be 1st and 10. Hands it off, and Carson did a nice job against this Rams defense. If they ran it more with Carson, it might have been a little interesting to see what would have happened. So we have Russell Wilson now in the gun, and I love this. I cannot wait to show you this in the actual, this footage. All right, so what we're going to see here, we have shotgun formation. This is a fake handoff. And look, so this is Leonard Floyd again coming in and trying to make a play. And Leonard Floyd is somebody that's very disciplined at setting the edge. He's not going to go away. He's not going to ruin anything right here. He's not going to sell out. He's going to stick with his instincts and what he knows is best in this scenario. Say he was a running back trying to juke him. So you watch here. Notice it looks like he's given up, but he's not, because he never totally commits. And there you have it. That's a huge play by a huge player. Very vital moving forward for this team in the playoffs. 3rd and 6 here on the 37-yard line. At this point, you'd like to take them out of field goal range, not allow them to kick that field goal. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men. A rush here. And right here, we'll see. There's a stunt. I like the stunt. You're getting pressure all over the place, but here's the problem with this stunt. Russell Wilson now is able to evade all of that pressure, and now nobody is going to stop him except for that guy. But the problem is, this is not a guaranteed field goal, although, let's be honest, the way Jason Myers kicks them, it might be. But watch, Troy Hill makes a nice tackle here. Doesn't allow him to get the first down. This is not a guaranteed field goal, though, and unfortunately that run made it a pretty easy chip shot. So we move on. Or do we? Yeah, so we're going to see Jared Goff, I believe his 3rd drive of the game. 3rd or 4th. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, top of quarter number 2. Goff is under center and puts a man in motion there. You'll see, and look at, I love the cut. Didn't get a ton of yards, but you like the way Akers, he's cutting in this game a lot easier than he did in the last game. You could see his legs were, his ankle was really taped up last game. He just looks like a better, more comfortable runner in this one. Averaged 1.6 yards per carry in the last game. In this one, he flirted again with, around 200 total yards. So here we go again. Goff gets the shotgun snap. You have Woods if you throw a laser in there. Probably don't have this man. You might have this man. This guy's going to take a shot, but here's the thing. You can't forget that safety over the top. And where does Goff go? He makes a nice, nifty move to get out, throw the ball, and he gives his receiver an opportunity. Now, I understand a lot of people were saying this throw is terrible, but how is this throw any different than when Matthew Stafford used to just throw it up to Calvin Johnson and let him make a play on the ball? I know that's not necessarily what Goff's doing here. He was trying to get it to him and just didn't have the arm strength with obviously everything going on. But this is a nice, beautiful, beautiful catch by Cooper Kupp. And again, on film, what it checks out as is Goff is just trying to give his man an opportunity to make a play on the ball. Look at this. It's not the best thrown ball, but I like that he gave him the opportunity and took a shot down the field. 1st and 10 now at the 28-yard line, and this is already looking a little different than 2016. Or sorry, not 2016. It's week 16. Hands it off. Akers getting some room there, and they're just going to slowly wear down the defense with Akers throughout this game, which is what I loved. Then Goff, nice throw. And it just seems very simple for him. They're trying to make things easy on him. 3rd and 3 here. Wasn't even supposed to start, but now Jared Goff's in. 8:44 to go at the 21-yard line. And what you'll see here, of course, it moved forward. We're going to see on this, it's a handoff, and Akers really can't go anywhere. So they're going to kick a field goal. Mr. Money, Matt Gay, is going to hit this thing right through the uprights, and it's already 6-3 again. So very similar to week 16. And now we move on to the defensive side of the ball. Right here, we're going to have a 3-man front. Floyd, and I can never tell who that is on the other side. I really want to know. But the pressure gets to him there, and it's a good throw. This is eventually what happens when you have a good quarterback like Russell Wilson. We have Samson Ebukam out there. Now, if you see here, they were faking the handoff to Carson as a bit of a stretch run here, and I think it does work a little bit because here's the thing. Carson is running well. The Rams do have to at least admit to the run that it's a possibility. But play action, and now Russell Wilson does what he does best. He basically makes everyone turn their attention one way and then throws the other way. He was never going to throw that way anyway, and this is just a nice job by Tyler Lockett here, one of the best route runners, and this is what happens when you put Kenny Young, a linebacker, on Tyler Lockett. Now 1st and 10 at the 44, you're going to have Russell Wilson under center. Obviously, they want to tie the game up, and there's Carson, and the defense does a nice job of bottling him up here. You do see some impressive play by not only Fox in this game. I thought Joseph Day looked good, as well as Ashawn Robinson, who you'll see more as the game progresses. Here's more of a wide three-man front with, of course, you have right here Leonard Floyd, the man of the hours up top, and DK Metcalf is peeling out here. And remember when I said DK Metcalf was yelling at the coaches to get him the ball. Just remember I said that. So not really sure what's going on here. Let's see here. Okay. So DK Metcalf is going to go out there, and Russell Wilson's going to go with a quick screen, but it's picked off by Darius Williams. Perfectly read. And nope, DK, you're not going to get him this time. Touchdown Rams. It's 13-3, and all of a sudden, like it did look exactly like the first game or the last game in Seattle earlier this year. Now it's a little bit different. 13-3. Jared Goff has 4 fingers, and somehow you're winning the game by 10. So what's going on? Well, your defense is playing well, and you got a defensive touchdown, which is huge. Now here we go. They're gonna move him in motion. See, they actually do give it to him here, and he doesn't get really anything because I don't think it was done all that well. This is David Moore, and I'm just not really a huge fan of that play. I felt like he waited too long to hand off the ball, personally. Now, Wilson is in the gun. They try the fake again. This time it does get some yards. This defense is just very, very talented. They're really, if you can't tell, they're really just not allowing Russell Wilson to do much with his offense. Look at here. I think that's Brockers, and again, Floyd. Floyd was unbelievable in this game. We really have to point that out. You have John Johnson deep down the field over here, covering the deep route. I believe that might be Metcalf. So Russell Wilson is going to get hit. Now, he is able to get some yards. Now, I like where your head's at here, Troy Hill, but you want to see Troy Hill be more disciplined. If he wants to throw that ball, just assume that you have somebody over there to combat that move. Watch this. His decision to throw the ball. He's not throwing there. So if Troy Hill doesn't bite on this pump, then he's going to be able to potentially get to Russell Wilson. He bites, and it's an easy play for Russell Wilson to get the first down a little bit more. Very well executed by Russell Wilson. Now at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 in the shotgun. You'll see a lot of that. Metcalf is the motion man. We're going to isolate him over here, try to get him away from Jalen Ramsey, and get him to block. Not really much doing there. Now we're going to go to 2nd and pretty far. I believe 2nd and 8. Now back in the shotgun here. And we're going to have a delay. Well, no, it might have been a delay game. I can't really tell. Either a false start or delay game. Well, anyway, Metcalf goes in motion. We're going to put him up here. There's the pressure. Metcalf is going to come open here. You got to throw that immediately. And they don't, but look at this. Metcalf is able to get over the top. This is the marking of a great receiver. This is not how they drew this up. So what you'll see here is Russell Wilson is running for his life. The Rams get some pressure here. This is a nice, look at this. Okay, so Troy Hill had a delayed cornerback blitz. He went right through the blocker because if you watch, he goes head on. You'll see it again. Troy Hill comes head on here. You're not even going to see him. He's not in your living room. He's not on your screen. And all of a sudden, he pops out. And he definitely gives this running back the business. He tries to get, he just can't. And Russell Wilson, because he's able to stay alive, and DK Metcalf's an all-world receiver, DK Metcalf improvises on the fly, goes over the top, and boom, you have your play. It's just a really nice job by Seattle. It's a nice job, first and foremost, by Wilson to make that even a thing. And then, of course, DK Metcalf to have the wherewithal, of course, that you have that quarterback that can make something happen. Don't just stick to your route. Improvise a little bit. Get yourself open. And now it's a 13-10 ball game with 3:43 to go. Right around the mark where Jared Goff threw his interception in Week 16 when the Rams were up 6-3. So we move on to the Rams offense. Jared Goff is under center. He's going to motion Robert Woods, and he's going to hand off to Robert Woods. And here's the problem. They've done this so much. Seattle knows this team very well. The Rams know Seattle very well. These plays aren't really going to do much in these games. So Robert Woods is stopped for a loss. And there's Goff again. And he gets to, you'll see here, he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. I don't love the throw, but whatever. 3rd and 9, 26, ball in the 26-yard line, under 3 minutes to go. Goff is in the shotgun, and here's an important play. This is actually the most important play of the game, and this is why I want to show you. So Goff is in the shotgun here. He is going to get pressure, 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 pressure. Now, the Rams' offensive line does a nice job. but Goff is going to get hit if he doesn't step up. I do not have a problem with this rep by the offensive line, but Goff is absolutely going to get hit if he doesn't step up. So what does Goff do? He climbs to the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, pump fakes, realizes, man, I don't have this guy. He's covered. I'm not going to be able to throw that. I don't feel confident. Plus, I have that safety. Cooper Kupp is already kind of bailed, and he's ready to block for me. And you'll see here, he's just going to take off and run. Oh, wait. He's going to find Cam Akers here. So Cam Akers, this is the play of the game. He dumps it off to Cam Akers, and watch Akers just take this thing. This is what Akers can do. And he doesn't look super fast there, but that's a huge gain for the Rams. As you can see. And the thing that's crazy about this, look at here. This isn't this nice run. This isn't supposed to be happening. This is at the end of the second quarter. You're going into the half. You received. Seattle will get the ball again. It's literally just like Seattle in Week 16, but you're getting this huge chunk play, and now here you are with the opportunity to maybe score a touchdown when you didn't really think that could happen. So now Akers is starting to feel it. He runs into his own guy. Akers gets thrown down at the 10-yard line. You'll see here, I do want to make a mention. You see 71 in there, Bobby Evans. The reason for that is because, well, unfortunately, David Edwards left the game with an injury, so he is not in this game. Just wanted to point that out. So now this is a huge play here. Gets to the 10-yard line. And this is just a nice job by the Rams. They're going to use boxed out here by Woods, boxed out here by Everett, and then you have all of the offensive linemen are just going to push everyone off the ball, and what you have is you have this giant crease. Now you're staring at 37. I'm going to run him over. Watch this. Well, that guy comes out of nowhere, and he's like, all right, I guess I'll change courses. And that is what Cam Akers does very well. He changes direction. He decides to, take a rain check on the fact he was going to go straight, decides to go, make a cut and see what he can do. Very, very creative runner and doesn't get enough credit for it. Moving on, 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Jared Goff is under center. He's pointing out there was a interference. It looks like there was encroachment. So 1st and 5. And we have the ball on the 5-yard line. Jared Goff under center. And he's going to snap it, hands it off, and you're going to see a touchdown from Cam Akers, who was by far the most valuable player on offense for the Rams, and he will be the most valuable this Saturday against Green Bay. Very simple. You watch. Not bad blocking, but look at that. That's made by Cam Akers. Great job by Akers to find the crease and hit the hole. No hesitation. Nice cut. And there you have. Now the Rams are up 20-10. Rams are going to kick it away, and we're at the end of the first half. The Rams, as you know, are undefeated after the first half of football when they're leading. But Russell Wilson is trying to do something to change that. And you'll see here 1st and 10 in the gun, empty set. Wilson, nothing doing. 2nd down. This defense is not about to let you get anything going. In the gun, motion man is Lockett. Lockett comes back out. Russell Wilson, quick play. And you could see Russell Wilson's going to take what the defense gives him. Problem is he's not getting a lot of, help from the Rams defense. That's number 1 in the league for a reason. And there's that. That goes nowhere. And all of a sudden, you have a Seahawks team that has to punt. So they punt it back to the Rams. Can. I don't like the play, says Goff. Hands it off to Akers. And this is pretty much the end of the first half. The Rams aren't going to score here. They're going to get themselves in a weird position where Jared Goff has to hold on the ball. They go for it on 4th and 8 or what have you and throw it away so there's no more time on the clock. So that is going to be something to keep in mind. Now, this is right before halftime. And so far, from what I'm seeing, is that Jared Goff is not the guy that, he didn't prepare all week for this. He was not the number one quarterback, but he's come in and he's done a solid job when you think of the circumstances. I mean, obviously it could be a lot better with 2018 healthy Goff, but that's not what you have. So at the end of the day, so far, I just feel like, there's Goff overthrowing it just so he can kill the clock there. I just feel like at the end of the day, Jared Goff does give the Rams an opportunity to win the game in Lambeau. He gave them an opportunity to win in Seattle. This is a horrible special teams play that I won't show again because Coach Bonamago, you already know where I stand on him. So now we have 1st and 10 for Seattle at the 41-yard line after a great return. And what we're going to see here, Seattle is just going to come out pretty ruthless, honestly. They kind of find their rhythm a little bit. Rams defense is giving them fits, but this is just, Russell Wilson does a nice job of getting out there. But Seattle is going to score on this drive. 2nd and 10 here at the 41-yard line. We have Russell Wilson in the gun. And now we're going to move, motion, and this is just a nice run by Chris Carson. Now you have 3rd and manageable here, and Russell Wilson is again in the shotgun. He's going to take this snap, and what do you see? Well, you do see that there are obviously guys in his way. There's pressure being generated here. You do have some sort of pocket, but it's going to close pretty quickly. Do you have this deep shot? Absolutely not. You have two corners there. Well, you have two secondary pieces there. You have Jalen Ramsey, corner, and you have John Johnson. Is this guy available? No. Is this guy available? No. This guy is available. You have to throw it now. This guy could be available if he breaks past this guy. So very interesting to see how a play develops. And as you can see, and for whatever reason this is being all weird, Russell Wilson is going to outrun that, and then he's going to throw and not get anything. So you like his ability to continue to play off script. That's a ability that Aaron Rodgers has, and obviously the Rams are going to have to be ready for that style of play. But at the end of the day, if you can't make those throws consistently, it can be an issue. And I'm not saying that Russell Wilson hasn't made that throw before consistently, but that position right there was not made. So as you can see here, Rams get the ball back. They're not really going to get anything out of this. So it's third quarter here, top of the third quarter. Goff under center. Motion man is Woods. And you'll see here they come out ready to run, which is smart. I mean, that's what they should be doing. They're up, And Goff is in the empty set here. We have receivers out wide. And this is just a nice job by Goff. There's really nothing going. Goff is going to find... It doesn't go for any yards or anything like that. But watch again. So Goff, again, Bobby Evans is in. So you have to think about that dynamic. He's already moving out here because he sees that this is going to collapse on him. So he moves out. And he sets his feet, moves off his platform a little bit, and that needs to be caught, but, it's just a good play at the end of the day. Now it's 3rd and 6. Goff is in the gun, and what you're going to see is a sack. And I'd say he can't take the sack, except I don't really know he had much time. Let's watch this again. Not a lot of time there. Pretty much none. I don't even know if Goff would have been able to zip it in there because I think his arm delivery would take too long and he would get hit. It might have been a fumble. The key to Goff winning this game for the Rams or helping them is the fact he didn't turn the ball over. And he didn't do that in this game, and he doesn't do that in the important the important Bills games. So there we go. And now, that's just this is a great running back in Chris Carson, and I don't think people give him enough credit. Once again, you have the 3-man front, pretty wide set here. This is done on purpose to, make it harder, read blocks, running lanes, but he does a nice job of finding it. And now you're going to see it again. So nothing doing. Seattle's offense really, aside from those 2 DK Metcalf touchdowns, which I wouldn't say are all that, the first one was pretty nice, but, the Rams really had their number. Now, here's a really interesting play, and you're going to see it. You have Aaron Donald coming off this side right here. Watch him to Wilson. He gets hurt on this play. He is out for the rest of the game at that point. It's 4th and 4. Russell Wilson. Or now we know that Aaron Donald suffered torn cartilage, rib cartilage. So obviously it has to be extremely painful, but it is Aaron Donald, so I don't actually worry. I know maybe that's wrong, but 1st and 10 at the 20 with 9:51 to go. Goff is under center here. You have Cam Akers in the backfield. And the motion man is going to be Woods. Play killed due to a penalty. So now again, motion man. They might have been able to have something, but this is just poor communication by Goff to Cup. And then they hand it off. Nothing doing. And right now, the way, the Seattle defense is playing, the Rams aren't looking like they're going to be able to do much. There it is. They're stifling. So Hecker will punt it back. Not well, because for whatever reason, Hecker, he might have an injury, folks. I'm not going to lie. I've never seen Hecker punted this poorly in a while. Especially for the greatest punter of all time. So now Russell Wilson back in the gun here. Obviously, it's important time. You have Akers bunched up. And you see Akers, he's actually running what appears to be just slanted out. And you'll see as this play evolves, this is some good protection. Really good protection for Russ. But does he want to go to this guy? No. Does he want to go deep? He does want to go deep. So we'll see what he does here. And he doesn't get rid of the ball. Actually, he does, but that's him getting rid of the ball. So it's important to keep in mind that Russell Wilson could have taken his check down, but he's gotten to the point in his career where he won't settle for the easy throws. He's constantly trying to go down the field. He totally missed his check down there, and I do think that is becoming an issue for him. So moving on this play here, Russell Wilson 2nd and 8. He's in the gun, quick throw. And it's almost picked. And this goes off of Darius Williams' helmet, but in real time, it looked like he should have caught it. Obviously, I don't believe so anymore. But it is funny how that happened. It does look from the broadcast angle, it does actually look like he catches it. Or should have caught it. 3rd and 9, ball on the 36. We have Russell Wilson in the gun. He realizes, it's getting to be that crunch time. It's not there yet, but we're getting there. Rams look like they're about to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5-man rush. They do a nice job. They don't really get through at first. The Rams do a nice job then of finishing. And then, of course, this amazing play by Jalen Ramsey to break up the pass to DK Metcalf. This is huge because Seattle was going for it all on 3rd down, and now they have to punt. Very important, the Rams force Seattle to punt quite a bit. So now 1st and 10, 7:23 left to go. Ball on the 7 for the Rams. And this is Goff in the gun handing it off. It's a good run by Cam Akers. So, good to see him get going in this game and the fact that they relied on him. It's 2nd and 4 now at the 13-yard line in the 3rd quarter. Goff is under center. Motion man is Woods. And Goff hands off. It's actually a fake. And he's going to wait and then eventually just run out. I don't mind the decision for Goff. Don't turn the ball over. I think Sean McVay couldn't have made that any more obvious. That's clearly been something that he's been saying all week, to not turn the ball over. And as you can see here, there's just not really anybody open And just because Kupp can show you, like, he can make that grab, or I think that's Higbee with Wagner covering him, I still don't like throwing a football at night like that. So let's see here. As you can see, Goff gets the first. So I like the decision by Jared Goff to get out there, get the first down, continue the drive. It's gutsy at this point. That's all I can really say. Goff is under center. Now you'll see he ends it off. Not really much he could do. I didn't like him getting hit in the back there. Cam Akers getting caught up. Actually, Higbee got in his way. And so now Goff is in the gun, and you can see he's about to pull this and launch it, rip this ball. But where's he ripping it to? Well, he might have some guys up here, but I don't think he's going to test when you have that safety. That safety, however, is playing the far hash as opposed to this hash right here, which is where he's looking. So it's going to come either here, over here, or over here. I'd imagine it's probably going to go here, but I actually don't remember this play, so I'm watching it with you as well. So then he throws a rocket in there. You have to catch that. Obviously it's not the most ideal throw, but if you're a tight end in the NFL, you have to be able to bail your quarterback out in the playoffs, and that is a catchable ball thrown by Jared Goff. Now here we are in the trips formation. Goff is back to pass. He's going to look, and he's looking to the right side of the field. Maybe he has a guy here, but we won't know, and Goff doesn't know because he's not looking that way. Is that the problem? We'll see. So Goff takes some smaller steps after having a solid base there, kind of ruins his mechanics a little bit, and then gets the ball batted. You'd like to see him climb up in the pocket and just deliver the ball. He's got to get it to another team, or he's got to get it against this team right now, and he's going to get it to another player because these tip passes are just inexcusable. They can be almost, I'm not saying they're worse than turnovers, but they can be a problem. So now 4th and 9, they're going to punt it here, of course. So we move on, Seattle. So Seattle, at this point, trying to save face, running it with Carson. Carson's the only thing that's really been able to move the ball on the Rams defense, including that kind of fluky play where there was broken coverage due to the fact that, Russell Wilson kept the play alive and Metcalf just ran over the top. Poor judgment decision there by the Seahawks. And now you have the shotgun formation, and we're going to see Russell Wilson again. He threw quite a bit in this game, but you see him, he's going to hand it off. And, that's pretty much them. In my opinion, I felt like they were, they had a better opportunity to test down the field there. So now they're under center here, 1st and 10, enough to get the first down. And they fake the handoff, and you're going to see it here. And this is a incomplete pass, but I do like what they were doing there. So not really sure what just happened. Guess we're going to miss that play. Russell Wilson takes off here and just, he's going to run it. Rams 3-man front. Gaines gets pressure, but if you didn't know, that is an actual flag, and they're going to call that a hold. So it's 1st and 25 here, and Russell Wilson is in the gun. Again, you have your 3-man front, your 4-man front, what have you. More of a wide set, no Donald, and no problem. Bottles up Carson there on the run. Now you see, I love Floyd coming off the edge the way he does, but he's playing contain here, and he does see, if you notice, Floyd does see that this play is going to Chris Carson. And you can see Russell Wilson's eyes. This is a disciplined Leonard Floyd. This is a very disciplined player. I wouldn't imagine him to try to jump this route. It's just not there for him, and he knows that. He has to keep the guy in front of him. So what does he do? Keeps him in front of him, and eventually Russell Wilson just decides to throw it away. This is just a great play, and this is all because of Leonard Floyd's discipline. You'll see it. Rookies in his position as edge defenders, they'll be like, I haven't gotten a sack all year, so I'm absolutely going to rush after this guy. And they don't. And that is just a really nice play by Leonard Floyd, one that doesn't go in the stat sheet, but one that is just as effective, causing an incomplete pass. That is very important and is not given enough credit for. So now we move on to third down and in the gun. And Wilson wants to really, from what you can see, is he's going to pull the trigger on Jacob Hollister over the middle. One would think if he throws this the way Russell Wilson's thrown it before, this thing is going to be a dime. And quite honestly, I think Jacob Hollister can catch it. It's going to be like right around here, I'd imagine. But we'll see. And it actually is almost picked off. And to me, this is so close. It doesn't get overturned because it was ruled an incomplete pass on the field. But this was so close to being a pick. I don't know if it ever hit the ground. And John Johnson did pick the ball. So it's 4th and 24, all to to no avail. They're going to punt it back. And we're about to watch another series of Jared Goff with one, a thumb that's hurt. So here we are with that. 1st and 10 at the 30, quarter 3 with 1:40 to go. And as we know, it's getting close. It's 20-13. It's a close game. Goff rolls out here, and he is going to find Robert Woods. So 1st and 10 at the 50. Rams need to sustain a drive here, up 7. I like this motion to Woods, and they're going to hand it off, and Akers is just going to plow his way for about an 8 or 9 here. I love the way Akers ran the football in this game. And obviously, I think the way Akers ran the football, it really allowed the Rams to kind of rally around him. Now 2nd and 3, running down the clock here, moving the ball. And we talked about, the formula for Sean McVay, getting it to, those 3rd and manageables. Well, it's not going to matter here because Akers is going to slip through for a 1st down. Just a great piece of running for Akers. You'll see here the motion again. And look at this. It's a great job by, look at that crease. The offensive line sure looked good when Bobby Evans came in. David Edwards, that injury, we thought, that could be huge. And brand new starter, and Andrew Whitworth is back in, and maybe something going on, but nope. Just look relatively confident. And there's Akers once again putting his head down and running for about 6. All in all, you have to be really impressed with your rookie running back that you drafted in the 2nd round. Now 2nd and 5 here in the 4th quarter. There's some motion to Robert Woods. Goff saying can, killing that play. And now he's going to go on the gun here, and we'll see. He is looking at Woods. This is the route. But does he have anybody else open? He just looks straight to Woods? I wouldn't say so. And this is the one where I don't know why Seattle's sideline is saying that he didn't catch this. Stay in bounds. I don't know. But this is a really nice throw by Jared Goff. Maybe a little bit late, but, considering the circumstances with his thumb, that's a good throw. And that's a great catch. And those guys don't know what they're talking about. 1st and 10 here in the 4th quarter. And we have, again, some more motion. Woods is probably getting exhausted from that. There's another thing. Jet motion, and Akers with the hesitation. Nothing doing, but I did like that he tried that. You just see Seattle's just there. They're able to bottle it up. 2nd and 9. Ball in the 26. Rams driving. This is a crucial point in this game. Can the Rams get, a touchdown on the board, or are they going to settle for a field goal? Either way, going up 10 would be huge in this one. This is a nice job by Goff to, stay in the pocket, not bail, make a nice decision to Robert Woods. And then you have your 3rd and 2 here. And again, we talked about the formula. 3rd and short is the key. Robert Woods again in motion. They used him a ton. Once again, jet motion, it works. And Malcolm Brown, I thought, got the 1st down, but they're going to say he doesn't get the 1st down here. which is going to ultimately leave the Rams to a 4th and 1, in which they are not going to go for it. They're going to take the points on the road. This ends up being the correct decision. Was it that way when it started? I don't know. It's a tough one. That guy's money, obviously, and you know he's going to put 3 on the board at that point. You have to imagine that. But at the same time, you know, could they have gone a QB sneak? I think they could have. Either way, it's 23-13. You can't complain. On the road, you're up 10 in the fourth quarter in a playoff game with a quarterback with a broken thumb. It's all pretty crazy, actually. It's now 1st and 10 here. Ball on the 25. Russell Wilson comes out of the shotgun. Now it's an empty set. You put Lockett in the slot here, and you're actually going to get this isolation. Lockett is... So it's a little weird. So because the Rams they were kind of out of place in a sense. You have Hollins 58 who's right next to him. He kind of has to drop back. And this is straight up zone coverage. And what we're going to see is Russell Wilson doesn't like any of his options here. So he's going to try and run this. And once again, Leonard Floyd is going to do a great job of bottling up Wilson. You see there, Hollins is kind of, he's a little out of place on this. I mean, he took a little bit to hear what was going on, what they wanted to do when that motion came in, but they still get a great play out of that, the defense does. And then that's pretty much a 4-man front, wide set, looked like a 4-3 defense there. And what we're going to see is Russell Wilson is going to take this with Carson in the gun with him. And this is a quarterback having a good pocket and making a nice throw to DK Metcalf, and it's on Jalen Ramsey. So, that's a good throw. It's now 2nd and 5. Can, says Russell Wilson. We're going to kill that play. We're going to hand it off. We're going to let Carson do his job, and Carson doesn't get that first down. He's close, but he doesn't get the first down. So 3rd and 1 here, ball in the 34. We're just about over 10 minutes to go in the game. We get some motion, and then Carson is going to do his job, but not get the first down here. The Rams really do a nice job of bottling it up, and you can really thank number 69, who is Sebastian Joseph Day. Look at the way he manhandles his assignment. He was so great in this game and has been great moving forward as the nose tackle, really not getting enough credit. So now 4th and 1, this is key. They're down 10, fourth quarter, and you can't do that. It's a false start, and Seattle is now 4th and 6, and they're going to punt it here. They're not even going to go for it. They're going to hope that their defense can hold them. They're going to punt it away, and this goes out of bounds for a touchback. So this is a key point in the game where if they don't get that false start, it would have been 4th and 1. Maybe they go down the field and have some momentum, but instead they have to punt it back to the Rams. And the Rams' offense hasn't been amazing, but Jared Goff's he's having a valiant effort with the broken thumb. I'm sorry if I'm saying that way too much, but I've been really impressed. Just going back over this game, I was impressed in live action with Jared Goff. Can, says Goff under center. And he's going to run it here with Akers. Akers gets about 4. Nice crease. And Akers, you notice with him, he kind of runs like Le'Veon Bell. He's a little patient, but when he finds the hole, he just hits it. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here. And you're going to have Everett out wide here. Everett in motion. And you're going to run it with Malcolm Brown. And this is a nice run by Malcolm Brown. Having Malcolm Brown as your 3rd running back just tells you how deep this running back group is. So 3rd and 1 here. 29-yard line. They're trying to kill this clock. 8:24 left to go and counting. Goff says can. This is going to be a run. And you're going to see it. Malcolm Brown, and he's going to get that first down, but they're not going to give it to him. I really felt like he got the first down. So Seattle gets the 3 and out that they needed, and now they're going to punt it away. And what ends up happening here, we'll show you the punt because this is a pretty big play. All right, so first off, this ball's bouncing at the 30. You need to let this go if you're Seattle. This guy tries to get cute, pick up the ball, and it gets stripped. Two guys come in, but Sam Sebacom ripped it out, and Micah Kaiser gets on it. And this is a huge point in the game because Seattle basically got the 3-and-out they needed, and it's all to no avail. This is a big gut shot. Just a great job punching it out by Sam Sebacom, who might have had the best play of his entire career there. Most important, anyway. 23-13, 1st and 10. Rams have the ball, and they're in field position because of that. Play action fake, Goff's rolling. And right here, there's not a lot because, again, Seattle did a nice job of bottling up Jared Goff on those boots. But what you see is Malcolm Brown is available there. And this is just a nice play. Take what the defense gives you. Malcolm Brown gets that first down. Nicely drawn up by McVay as well. And it's very simple for Goff, but when you make the connection, it works. Somehow it was 2nd and 1. Bad spot. There was a lot of bad spots in this game. Goff is under center here, and what you're going to see, there's more motion with Everett. They're going to run to the other side. And look at that cut by Brown. Again, 3rd running back. He's the 3rd-string running back on the roster. Look at this cut. I understand they're NFL players, and they all have their moments if they're given an opportunity. But this is a legit play by Brown where he basically makes something out of nothing. Goff again under center, motions Woods, jet motion. You're going to have Brown, lead blockers Cup. I thought he did a nice job there. And then, Brown is trying to run out the clock. Love the way Sean McVay and the Rams are calling this game at this point. You're at the 15-yard line. There's 5 minutes to go, around that. 2nd and 4. Okay, you have 1 touchdown in this game, 2 Cam Akers on the offensive side. This is just incredible play by the Rams. Needed it when they did, and they got it. This ices the game, and you're going to see it here. How does it work? Well, remember how well Malcolm Brown had been running on this drive? You're going to see play action fake, beautifully done. Woods is going to peel out in the bottom there, and they just lose track of him. Easy throw by Jared Goff. It's nicely designed by Sean McVay. You're creating a lot of traffic when you have all those motions and guys that are converging like that. Matt Gay is going to kick the extra point, and now it is a 30-13 ball game. And really, this is how it should have been. The Rams dominated this game. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Seattle does get a score on the board here, but this is just, you can see the Rams know they're in good position now, and momentum is so huge in the game of football, and when you go and you score that drive the way with everything going, you lost your starting quarterback in which you prepared all week with, nothing's going right for Seattle with the Jacob Hollister drop. And you can see the Rams are feeling it. This defense is just not going to take no for an answer. 2nd and 10 now at the 24. They come out in the gun. You have 3 wide receivers. Hollister, inline tight end, and he is actually, Russell Wilson does just such a nice job of, squeaking through and getting some yards because this is a dead play. 3rd and 5, ball in the 29. Wilson is going to hand it off, and Carson's not going to get anything. This is just a great job by Fox, who, keep in mind, at this point, Aaron Donald is out of the game. So the defense is just rallying around guys like Morgan Fox and, guys like Troy Reeder and Sebastian Joseph Day, and it works. Now 4th and 5 here. They're going to send David Moore out there, and Russell Wilson faces pressure, but he is going to do a nice job of getting the first down there with his legs. Such a pain for defenses to game plan against because this is a 4th and 5, and not many quarterbacks in this league can just turn that into that. Bad throw to Metcalf. Obviously, Ramsey wasn't going to let him come down with it anyway. 2nd and 10, ball at the 49 with 3 minutes to go. This is when just you have this team, and they're just trying to chip away and get some stats. Leave on a good note. At this point, they pretty much don't feel like they have a chance of winning this football game. It's hard to imagine you would when you're down 30-13 at home. Metcalf will take that. 3rd and 2. Shotgun. Russell Wilson pumps. And this is just such a great throw by Wilson to Freddie Swain, the rookie. First off, the trust he has in Freddie Swain to make this catch. But look at this ball placement. This is unlike anybody in the league. He throws that out of bounds, but he knows that Freddie Swain's going to come down with it and get 2 feet in bounds. Now, you'd like to see Darius Williams be in that hip pocket and try to be able to contest that ball, but I don't really think Darius Williams is worried because this is a 30-13 ball game, and I don't think he's thinking that a rookie's about to catch this. Russell Wilson knows because he's caught this in practice. He throws it. He could end up having a pretty good year next year, Freddie Swain. That's a guy to watch out for. Not really anything to worry about. The Rams aren't really too worried about it. This is just Seattle trying to make the game respectable at this point. It ends up being a 30-20 final, but this game is not 30-20. When you really watch this game, this really wasn't a 30-20 game. The Rams really dominated this football game. So we move on, and they are going to attempt a onside kick. And the thing that's important to realize here is that with an onside kick, you are going to have a scenario where now it is a lot harder to recover those. If you watch here, you can't get the running start like you could originally. And so onside kicks have gone down to, I believe, over 10% success rate last year to 4. So that's why you've seen that. They got rid of the running starts. I don't know if I agree with it or not, but maybe I don't know. I don't really know. But there's a really nice run. Malcolm Brown just putting his head down. And, this is what set up the touchdown the last drive. The way he was running the football against the defense has really done a nice job against the run. The Rams were really able to run kind of all over them. 2nd and 5 here. You really just want to end this game. They're down 10, and there's not a lot of time, but you just don't want to really give them an opportunity to get back in this thing. There's the jet motion, and Malcolm Brown does a nice job putting his head down. There's not really a ton of yards he has here because it's played so well by the Seahawks. But it's 3rd and 4, ball on the 43, 2:18 left to go. And how do the Rams want to do this? No motion. Goff is just going to run it with Malcolm Brown. And Malcolm Brown does he get this first down here? He definitely tried to, but he actually is not going to. This is the one they reviewed, and the Rams had to they try to go for it here. And they're going to say that Goff doesn't get this first down, I believe. And I don't know if I agree, because he only had 1 yard to gain, but they're going to say turnover on downs and give it back to Seattle. And here you have it. Final drive, go win the ball game defense without Aaron Donald to come through. Aaron Donald's on the sideline at this point, trying to lobby to play, and look at that. There's more production from Leonard Floyd. And this is he is just ruthless. Look at this. Leonard Floyd is playing he's playing the best football of his career, but he is one of the scariest edge defenders in this league right now. The way he can defend the run, set the edge, and the way he's been able to do that. There you go. It's just it's unraveling for Seattle. They're trying desperately to get back in this thing, and it's just not going to work. And you saw Troy Reader absolutely destroy that one tackle there. Now it's 3rd and 15, 35-yard line, under a minute 40 to go. Wilson's in the gun. Rams are kind of playing more prevent here, but they're trying to push the pocket. And Wilson's going to throw pretty deep here, and this is going to be one of the best plays I've seen a reserve make on this roster all year. You're going to watch it here. Russell Wilson's going deep down the field. I'm not saying this is going to be completed, but look at this. There's really not much going. Wilson's trying to make a play on the ball. This is a great job by the defense to really pressure him, get him off, out of position. Russell Wilson does a nice job of trying to set his feet, throw a launch here. And now you'll see here, and this is Nick Scott in the hip pocket. Nick Scott is a reserve safety, and he comes in every now and then and really does make some solid plays. Doesn't get enough credit because he's a special teamer. Watch this play on the ball. This could not be played any better. The timing is impeccable. This is on Tyler Lockett. Maybe you throw this to DK Metcalf. It's a little different because Metcalf is taller and he does have the size advantage. But that is just a textbook play. You can't play it any better. There's no contact whatsoever, and you can't call pass interference. Wilson's in the gun here on 4th and 15, and we're just going to see it. It's a sack. Rams defense is going to win the ball game. Morgan Fox settles it, and you have to know Aaron Donald with torn cartilage on the sidelines is absolutely loving this. Morgan Fox just rips through. This is beautiful. This is the number one defense in football, and you're going to see the Rams come out in their favorite formation, the victory formation. And there you have it, folks. All those cigars and celebrations that Seattle did about winning the NFC West. Well, I know the Rams didn't win the NFC West by winning this game, but I think they'll take going on the divisional round more than winning the NFC West and losing in the wild card at home. So that is done. The Rams hold off Seattle. Actually, hold off isn't really the word. The Rams dominate Seattle 30-20, and they move on to Lambeau. So if you guys like this, be sure to subscribe and drop a like and a comment. Hope you guys enjoyed. This could have been a little bit better. I'm trying a new software, so if it seemed off, and I know some people liked, having the, the video feed up top. It just was creating so many issues, so I decided to opt out of that. I'll try to figure out ways to bring you content a better way. So, did just get this new software. We'll see, how this works, how this is well received. But thanks again, guys. Really, I spent a while trying to do this. Last time it was kind of a nightmare because I recorded a 2-hour file, and we already know what happened there. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be doing this again with Green Bay, whether the Rams win or they lose. We're just going to keep breaking down film here on this show, and hope you guys, keep eating it up because, it's fun to do. It's fun to have that commentary, and, it's fun to keep pumping out content for you guys. So, again, for Jake Ellenbogen, this is the Jake Ellenbogen channel. If you like what you hear, be sure to subscribe. And also, if you like the NFL and you want more of a dish on the entire NFL and not just Rams football, like the way my channel has kind of been floating around, go check out the AJ Show. I'm going to be live this Saturday, 12 to 2 Eastern Time in the studio with my cousin Adam Grego, and we're going to be covering the divisional round of the playoffs. You guys take care, and we'll be back soon with more content.